So YouTube super sucks, and every single bit of real high effort content I've put out there has yielded zero results. And bro, it is high effort. Like it's just me. I'm the script, I write it, I record it. It takes a long time, dude, to make one of those 8-minute videos. Even in shorts. I do not understand what YouTube requires from me or wants from me. So the sound effects, the music, maybe music we'll keep because I really like the Halo music. And all that kind of stuff, all those special effects stuff, that's gone. That's out of here. So anyways, here's me giving my Paludarium a haircut. This is just crazy. Every single bit of surface area has been covered. Alright, so there's a lot of things that have to be done here. You could barely see into the water despite the light beaming straight through it, which is a very clear indication that the surface area has been completely clogged. Gas exchange is at a minimum right now. I have mosquito fish in there, eastern mosquito fish, which they're from ephemeral ponds here in Florida anyway, so they do real good with low oxygen environments. That's why they are the ones that I put in there. But bro, the whole cave system, you can't even see it. You can't see anything. Like, you can't see any of the rock feature, which is freaking crazy. This isn't even, this is like the longest it's been without a haircut. Same with me too, by the way. This is nuts. The only reason I didn't cut it was because of that poll on Instagram, because I was about to cut it, not gonna front. And yeah, the vampire crabs within the system are so freaking populous that I have actually started another tank back there. It's a 10-15 gallon tank that anytime I find a crab out in the open, especially a younger one, I like to put it in there. I'll show that tank off in another video. Right now we're focusing on big boy right here. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Peep my GoPro dolly / frother. Gotta get creative out here, bro. The majority of the plants you see being cut here aren't going to be removed, they're going to be multiplied. Every single plant you see in this system started off as a propagation itself. So pretty much a clipping, just like these. And what's wild is that I only really bought my first set of plants many years ago. And since then I've just been doing the same rinse-repeat process across all of my vivariums. Probably a quarter way through, and look at the amount of propagations we have already. These are each viable propagations. This one too.
The streets to check out the neighborhood.
Hold on, let me pause Kitchen Nightmares real quick. It's relaunch night. So we have transformed all of those propagations. These are temporary homes until the plants take root, and I tried to keep it 2 species per station. So this one's actually, I think it's called like the Moon Valley Friendship plant. It's in the Pilea genus, and that's the only species in here. This is a purple velvet plant along with, I forgot what this green one's called. All I know is it smells like weed. I think it's some kind of herb, not ironic. And then this one has polka dot plants and nerve plant petunias. Oh shit, hold on, let me just squeeze bro back in there. They're gonna be pretty flimsy, especially right after being cut until the roots take root. I'm recording with my phone because my camera's battery died. But this is how it's looking so far. I like the terrestrial side a lot better. It is time to tackle the aquatic side. Look at that. You still can't even penetrate through the surface. There's actually a crab right there. Crazy, bro. And of course, we're going to dapple all of this with propagations that I saved. But let's take care of the aquatic side first. I've only got 20% of battery on this. I'm just going to use it for this portion. Scrape off all the algae on the glass. It's 1 in the morning, by the way. At this point, I'm recording with my phone as my camera had run out of battery, but it's charging in the background. But here I'm pretty much just giving a haircut to the aquatic portion of the paludarium. All of these aquatic plants have been sourced from ephemeral ponds that were about to dry up, and basically everything in it was going to die. Ephemeral ponds are ponds that are ephemeral. They aren't permanent. They fill when the floods come and the good times are here. Once it gets too hot, it dries up, everything in it dies. All of the mosquito fish, these are the great-great-great-great-grandchildren of the initial mosquito fish that were put in here. But all of the creatures that were sourced from an outside source, including the plants, were sourced from an ephemeral pond that was about to go bye-bye. So their lineages continue on in here. When it comes to the aquatic plants, I always am sure to put them in some kind of container because they are sure to have little baby vampire crabs. Look at how tiny this little crab is. Should be a steady stream. So if I take this, just kind of hit it with one of these, you'll see the dirty water start to come out. There's a certain tech to it. Gotta make suction, there it is. Alright, it's looking a lot cleaner and under control. I, of course, have to clean the outside of the glass at some later point, but right now I'm liking how it's looking. I'm going to add the propagations, add some nice color to it, and call it a night because it's like 2:30 and I am pretty sleepy. Alright, we have set all of our propagations, a lot more color. Hopefully the majority of them take. It is 2:40 in the morning and I'm gonna go to bed. I'm really tired. Really like how this came out. I have to get all those floaters tomorrow. We're running on a single % of battery on both my laptop and body. I am so tired, but I'm gonna turn to reaction channel real quick because look what popped up. So that's a death trap. Everything in there is dead. Alright, so everything in there was dead with this initial screen. With all these glowfish, poor souls that were used for that shit. But this triple confirms it. So here are the glowfish. I think those are dinos. Probably longfin dinos. These are kissing gouramis, and I'm pretty sure back here this is an angelfish. Each of these need 30 gallons. So this tank's probably like 55. So realistically, you should have just kept the 2 gouramis if you were going to do any fish at all. Like if you were going to do a fish, it should have just been 1 betta. You got 3 bubblers. What is that about? If you just you should have just not gotten fish. Man, everything here didn't see the end of the week. I guarantee it. All right, I'm going to bed. All right, it is the following day, and this is what we've got. Things are much clearer. Much clearer. You can see the cave. Dinosaurs are visible once more. The propagations seem to be taking on pretty well. And now for the final act, I will throw some food in there. And that is all I've got for you today. Huge shout out to Ultimate Nature Systems for sending over this glass last year, and I hope that you enjoyed. Peace!